All right, that's a wrap on night 2 of WrestleMania 41. And let's just do a quick recap, a quick run through of all the matches. Let's get right into it. First on deck was the ladies. We had the defending champion, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and of course the happy gremlin vampire lady, Rhea Ripley. I mean, she is way too popular to still be shopping at the Hot Topic, but that's for a whole other day. Night 2 had a lot more surprises than night 1 did. I think Io Sky was probably the least likely in everybody's minds to go home with the belt. Everyone's talking about how she's off to the side. It's all about Bianca and Ripley. That kind of lets you know they're probably going to have Io win just to make everyone go, what? And then you could have the big showdown between Bianca and Ripley to see who's going to challenge Io for the belt, probably at Backlash. Or maybe they fight at Backlash and they're saving it for SummerSlam. Who knows? Next, we had the no-holds-barred match between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, and Drew straight bulldozed Damian. Oh my God. The commentators tried to make it seem like it was kind of competitive, but I did not see it that way at all. And Drew's been taking a lot of losses on the pay-per-views. They kind of got to give him one, but also Damian Priest kind of had that title run, so they kind of got to figure out what to do with him, how to make him bounce back. I don't feel like Damian Priest, as far as his value to the company, that did not do much for him, but who knows? Maybe they're just getting this beef warmed up. Maybe there's 2 or 3 matches down the line and Damian might get the second one to build him back up, and then winner takes all. I would guess Drew, just after that first match. Gosh, he really stomped him. Next up, we had the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental title, and Dominic Mysterio, that slimy little heel, pulled a fast one. Finn Balor had to get the short end of the stick, and you had Carlito interfering. I wasn't a big fan of all that. And man, they just barely put the belt on Braun Breaker, who just looks like $1 million in the ring. I would love to see just a one-on-one between the big bad Braun and that heel snake in the grass Dominic Mysterio, who's going to do everything he can, lie, cheat, and steal to make sure that belt stays around his waist. The other 2 guys in the match just kind of felt like an afterthought. I would be more curious to see just the 2 of them get into the mix. That brings us to Randy Orton. Now, obviously, this match had a Kevin Owens-sized hole in it. We all wanted to see that rival match, and they gave us something, a nice surprise. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I like seeing that guy pop up, but is he going to go 30 minutes with Randy Orton? Nah, he's not showing up and doing all that with the Viper. Obviously, they're going to have like a 70-30, 60-40, a squash match where Randy gets to go home early. But just having Joe show up for the fans, they all get to sing the song, they all get to clap their hands. He's got the smile, he's got the charm. I thought it was a fun surprise. Just, don't let it overstay its welcome, which they did. They executed that perfectly. Bravo. And then, of course, Randy's going to do the nice thing of raising the arm and giving him the second RKO because, of course, it's Randy Orton. Stone Cold Steve Austin once said, hey, Vince, I reckon these people, they paid to see Stone Cold Steve Austin hit a few stunners and drink a few beers. So, of course, Randy Orton's got to give as many RKOs, make the fans happy. And then speaking of Stone Cold, let's just get right into it. We're going to skip past the Logan match. What was that nonsense, Stone Cold? Speaking of KO-sized holes, it felt like they were trying to recreate the Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens match, where Stone Cold is just drinking beer after beer after beer and hits them stunners on everybody. It just felt lackluster. It felt like some corporate thing to do, to come out, okay, the attendance for tonight was 60,000 and 60,000 for a combined 120,000 because Stone Cold said so. What? Is that Stone Cold is a bean counter now? Is that what you do in your day job? Oh man, that was not very Stone Cold. But it was fun to see him. It's just, he's kind of turning into The Rock, where he'll only show up if he gets to promote his liquor brand. And that's not the Stone Cold I want to remember. Although the Stone Cold I've heard about in more recent years is supposedly a racist. So I actually don't mind Stone Cold diminishing in my mind and remembering guys like Eddie Guerrero more fondly. That's a whole other video. Let's get back to the wrestling. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. This is the circus match, right? We're here to watch them do the things, hit the flippy flips and the dippy dips. And yeah, it was a fun match. Could have flipped a coin. Who's going to win here? AJ, Paul. Paul got the win. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Good for you. Don't get me wrong. It was entertaining. He knows how to do the moves. He knows how to do the faces. And Logan Paul, opposed to a guy like Travis Scott, who we'll talk about later, that guy knows how the business works. That guy knows what he should be doing at all times. As much as I don't like him in the real world, I have no complaints about him in the ring. And up next, the ladies are back. We got Lyra Valkyria, who I thought had no chance of winning against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. However, Becky Lynch has to show up, make her big surprise return to the ring, and you can pretty much call it right then and there. If a superstar is making their big comeback after a big layoff, you can pretty much guarantee they're getting a big win. Liv and Raquel, that's a big win for old Becky Lynch to come back and put on her belt. No surprises there. Duh, she got the win. It was an okay match, but it was just so like I knew what was going to happen that I was like, all right, let's get on to the scene. A match, and man, it was just like finisher after finisher after finisher, which has become every Cody Rhodes match. It was part of the story. How many attitude adjustments can John Cena put on Cody Rhodes? We got one right up there off the top rope. And the whole thing is you're not going to finish Cody with the finisher. We've seen so many people try. So here comes Travis Scott, who is the opposite of a Logan Paul or a Bad Bunny and has no idea what he's doing in the ring and has no idea where to be, what to do. However, he did take one hell of a crossroads. I'll give him that. And it was fun to see Cody get a little payback. He has no idea what he's doing. So after taking the crossroads, he just lays there in the ring. And one of the highlights of WrestleMania is Cody literally like, dude, you got to kicking him out of the ring. John, he kicks him in the nads. He hits him with the belt. Like I said, you're not going to finish Cody with the finisher. So I like that Cena, who is now a heel, played dirty and hit him with the title belt, which is just a big old metaphor, and then got the 1, 2, 3. All the fans get to boo. They get to have their hopes crushed. The story has been cut in half by the evil John Cena, and he gets to finish his last year tour with the belt, something to make it interesting, and maybe Cody Rhodes, maybe someone else, maybe Roman, who knows? Maybe Seth, since he won the big old triple threat. Someone is going to take that belt away from Cena before it's all over. Mark my word. I've been your boy dieseltyme, breaking down WrestleMania 41. If you're a big fan of wrestling and comics, please leave a subscribe. That makes me feel real good inside when you do it. Leave a comment. What did you think of WrestleMania 41? Did your predictions go as planned or did they not? And of course, a like feels good too, so hit one of those. Peace.